Hello everyone. In this video, I'm gonna show you how to do proving type of question for trigonometry. So let's jump into part A of the question. Prove 1 minus cos 2 theta divided by 1 plus cos 2 theta equivalent to secant square theta minus 1. So this is the question. So how to prove this is very simple. What you need to do is first you have to familiarize yourself with the list of formulas. Okay. Before that, we have to choose one side. Okay, the first rectangle that I'm drawing here is left hand side and the other one is right hand side. So you have to observe both the left hand side and right hand side and decide which one is more complicated. Okay, it is always better to start from the complicated side, do some substitution using identities and prove the given statement. Okay, so what happens here, I realized that in my question this side is more complicated because I have fraction and so on, so I choose this side. Okay, before I move on, I observe the right hand side. Right hand side I have secant square theta minus 1. Okay, so let me jump onto some identities that we have here. Okay, the first one which I tick here, number 4. So there we have secant square theta is equivalent to 1 plus tangent square theta. So if I want to shift, because here I have minus 1, so what I do, I bring this one the other side, becomes secant square theta minus 1 is equivalent to tangent square theta. So obviously my right hand side is equivalent to tangent square theta. So what I need to do, I need to make this fraction somehow equivalent to tangent square theta. So that is my target. Okay, even before you start doing the substitution, in order to save time, you should know what you are doing. So you have to have some plan. Okay, so you know already you have to bring tangent square theta into the picture. Okay, so not a big deal, we can do it. So what I'm doing here is very simple. I'm gonna use the double angle formula substitution, which is number 7. I can use the first one or I can use the second one. I can use the third one. But obviously I won't go with the first one because it has cos square and sine square, which makes things more complicated. It's always better to have one trigonometry rather than two trigonometry. For example, the first one we have cos and sine. So it is not recommended. The second one only has cos, the third one only has sine. So I will go with the second one first. Okay, so this is a trial and error kind of question. So first you have to try and substitute. If you are successful, okay. If not, you have to move on to the next one. Okay, so 1 minus open bracket cos 2 theta. Cos 2 theta I will put as 2 cos square theta minus 1, and then at the bottom 1 plus 2 cos square cos square theta minus 1. Theta minus 1. Okay. So now what happens? When I open the bracket, 1 minus 2 cos square theta plus 1. Because this negative and negative become positive. Okay. And then as we continue, at the bottom, we have 1 plus 2 cos square theta minus 1. Okay. So we will continue from there. Okay. 1 plus 1 becomes 2. 2 minus 2 cos square theta, and then 1 minus 1 is 0. You only have 2 cos square theta. Okay, so that's how it goes, no problem. So now what happens, the next one, the next particular step, you factorize the 2. So when you factorize the 2, you'll get 1 minus cos square theta over, okay, over cos square 2 cos square theta. So in this stage, you can cancel the 2 and 2. So what will be remaining here? 1 minus cos square theta over cos square theta. So what happens now? Very simple. Okay, you can divide this component individually. Okay, that means it is 1 over cos square theta minus cos square theta over cos square theta. So 1 over cos square theta is secant square theta minus 1. Is it proven? Yes, that's all. Okay, so you no need to bring the tangent square. Okay, let's say another student did another approach. He also can do in this way. Instead of dividing individually, he also can do in another way known as the 1 minus cos square, he go and replace with sine square. So what happened? The top will become sine square theta. So where am I getting this information? Is coming from the formula number 3, because sine square theta plus cos square theta is equals to 1. So if you make it 1 minus cos square theta, it will be equivalent to sine square theta. So I will replace the 1 minus cos square theta with sine square theta, and then at the bottom I only have cos square theta. Okay, cos square theta. So this is another way. Okay, already I show you the first method. Now I'm just showing additional method. So you have sine square theta over cos square theta, which is equals to tangent square theta. So I already proved tangent square theta is equals to secant square theta minus 1. So you can write there is equals to secant square theta minus 1 and proven. Okay, as simple as that. No problem at all.